mini batch gradient descent optimization. As usual, we will take a small data set 0.2 3.4, 0.4 3.8, 0.6 4.2 and 0.8 4.6. So I will explain the line by line. So first you have to import NumPy package, NumPy library to do the matrix operations. Import math library to do the mathematical equations, like power, some x power 2, x power 3, like that. And you have to import the random. The random function is used to randomly initialize your model parameter m and c. Now read your data. Data is 0.2 3.4, 0.4, this is from here, this is the data, 0.2 3.4, 0.2 3.4, 0.4 3.8, 0.4 3.8, like that. And you have to initialize some learning rate, eta 0.001, and you have to set some max number of iterations. I set 10,000, and you have to shuffle the data. So what is the main purpose of the data shuffling is? So you have to form a mini batches. I don't want the same number of samples in each batch every time. So that's why I am shuffling. Fine. So you have to shuffle the data for more generalization. Generally we are shuffling the data for more generalization. లేకపోతే ఏంటవుతుందంటే ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ ఒకే స్ట్రక్చర్లో అది ప్రిపేర్ అవడానికి లెర్న్ అవడానికి ట్రైన్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. సో ఇట్స్ బెటర్ టు షఫుల్ యువర్ డేటా సో దట్ వైల్ లెర్నింగ్ యువర్ మోడల్ విల్ బి జనరలైజ్డ్. అంటే బై హార్ట్లా కాకుండా జనరలైజ్డ్గా ట్రైన్ అవుతుంటుంది మోడల్. నౌ సో హియర్ I set batch size equal to 2. Here I set batch size equal to 2. Sorry. So here I set a batch size equal to 2. So what I am doing here? So I am calculating the number of mini batches. Number of mini batches is equal to total number of samples divided by batch size. అంతే కదమ్మా. సో టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ శాంపిల్స్ అంటే ఇది డేటా డాట్ షేప్ 0 అంటే మీ యొక్క మ్యాట్రిక్స్లో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ రోస్ ఎన్ని, హౌ మెనీ రోస్ ఆర్ దేర్, 4 rows, రైట్? దట్ మీన్స్ 4 samples divided by batch size is 2. So 4 by 2, that's equal to 2. You have the number of batches and a number of mini batches equal to 2. Number of mini batches equal to 2. Right? Now what is the purpose of this double forward slash is, if you use the single forward slash, it may reject the floating point. But if you use like this, it will throw the real number, a pure integer number. Right? So now your number of batches equal to 4 by 2, that's equal to 2, number of mini batches equal to 2. Okay. Now in the data set, what is the input? In the data set, what is the input? Input is the first column, output is the second column. So 0th index is the input and 1 index is the output. 0th index is the input and 1 index is the output. So I am taking the x equal to data of colon comma 0, 0th index column, that means first column. Y equal to data of colon comma 1 index column, that means second column. So you have to read the input and output. Fine. Now I am creating a function which provides the mini batches, So how it will perform, now we will discuss. So define create mini batches. You have to pass input, you have to pass output, and also you have to pass your batch size. Right? Now mini batch is equal to, just create an empty matrix, later you have to update it. Now keep global n mini batches. That means if you keep global n mini batches, then it will read this mini batches variable inside the function also. This will read the mini batches variable inside the function also. Otherwise, the function reads only the parameters which we pass through the function. It will read only x, y and batch size if you not initialize global. So if you keep global n mini batches, that means the variable which is outside your function also it will read. Now for I in range of n mini batches, that means what it means, number of mini batches equal to 2 kadamma. So range of 2 means 0 and 1. Range of 2, that means 0 and 1. and I in range 0 and 1. That means first I equal to 0, later I equal to 1. When I equal to 0, then x mini equal to, that means in mini batch x value equal to actual x value I equal to 0 kadamma. 0 into batch size means 0. Colon to 0 plus 1, 1 into batch size. That means 0 to 2. 0 to 2. That means your first two values will be goes to the mini batch. 0.2 and 3.4 will be goes to the mini batch of x. Whereas y equal to y of 0 into batch size, that is the 0, 0 plus 1, 1 into batch size, that is the 2. That means 0 to 2 in y. 0 to 2 means 2 is excluded. Okay. So this one and this one goes to the y mini in n batch equal to 0. Okay. Next come to this. Okay. Now for loop again repeated. Now I equal to 1. Now I equal to 1. So x mini equal to x of 1 into batch size, that is the 2 colon 1 plus 1, 2 into batch size 2. 2 into 2 means 4. That means it is varying from 2 to 4. So 2 to 4 means index 2 to third index. 4 is excluded, right? So index 2 and entamma is 0th index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index. 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index. So 2 to 3 means so 0.6, 3.8 in x mini, 4.2 and 4.6 in y mini assigned as a mini batches for x and y. That is done here. So mini batches will be, so those x mini and y mini will be assigned to the mini batch function, assigned to the mini batch matrix, where it we initialized already we initialized mini batches here. This matrix will be updated. Okay. Next, what about the this case? What about this case? Right? Murli garu. Hello, Murli.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Did you explore this case? What happened here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So what happened here is this will be executed if x dot shape of 0, that means total number of samples modulus, that is the remainder with the batch size not equal to 0. That means it is not a purely divisible. If it is not a purely divisible, that means your total number of samples equal to 4 and if batch size is 3. Total number of samples equal to 4 and batch size equal to 3. Then what is the number of mini batches? Your total number of variables are 4 and you set batch size equal to 3. If that is the case, number of mini batches equal to if you use this formula like this.
Sir?
Here
also we are using 3 divided by 4, sir.
4 divided by 3. Total sample equal to 4, right? And divided by batch size equal to 3.
Yes, sir.
4 divided by 3 and we are keeping the 2 forward slashes. So it will throw only integer number.
Yes, sir. 1.
That means only 1 it will reflect. It will reflect only 1.
Okay, sir. So it won't round off to next value, sir?
It will reflect only 1, right? But 1 ante manaku 1 lo any batch sizes untayi, only 3 samples untayi kada, because your batch size equal to 3 కాబట్టి 3 samples untayi. Any of 3 will be stored in the 1 mini batch. Okay.
No, sir. 4 by
fourth one
equals to 1.
To store the fourth one we are using this case. To store this fourth one we are using this one, right? Then what you have to do? So then there is a small modification you have to do if your if it is not a perfectly divisible. If it is not a perfectly divisible, and you will get some floating points, right? 4 by 3 is not a perfectly divisible. That's why you are getting 1 point something. But in the previous case, 4 by 3 is a perfectly divisible. You get the 2. That's fine, right? So if that is the case, then you have to add plus 1 here. You have to add plus 1 here. When you have to add plus 1, if it is not a purely divisible, it is not a purely divisible. If it is not a purely divisible. Okay. So what happened? See here what happened here is, సో I into batch size means, so suppose the previous iteration I equal to 1 ఉందనుకోండి, సో 1 into batch size or 1 into 3, batch size 3 కదా, సో 1 into 3 that means your sample number 3 to XTR of shape, that means your ఈ షేప్ ఎంత ఉంటుందమ్మా, దట్ మీన్స్ షేప్ 0 మీన్స్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ శాంపిల్స్ హియర్, ఇక్కడ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ శాంపిల్స్ ఎన్ని ఉంటాయి, సో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ శాంపిల్స్ హియర్ ఈక్వల్ టు 4 కదా, సో దట్ మీన్స్ ఇట్ విల్ బీ ఎక్స్ మినీ విల్ బీ ఫ్రమ్ 3 into batch size, 3 into 1, that means 3 to 4, that means last element will be added again. This will be first 3 elements will be going here, first 3 elements into 0 into batch size, 0 into 3, that is a 3, okay, 0 into 3, that is a 3, and 0 plus 1, that's equal to 1 into batch size, that is a 3. So 0 to 3 means 0, 1, 2, 0th index, first index and second index, all will be goes here, okay. So whereas in case of here, now remaining part will be up to the last sample, up to batch size 3 to 4 will be goes to the whatever may be the remaining, అది 1 కావచ్చు, 2 కావచ్చు, ఎన్ని కావచ్చు, those will be appended into the X mini, right, fine. So for that, but in our case, in this case, I think there is a small modification we have to do, that is, for example I am telling, so we have to analyze now. I am setting the batch size equal to 3, okay. For example I am telling batch size equal to 3, then n mini batches value ఎంత వస్తుంది, ఎవరైనా చెప్పగలరా? n mini batch value equal to
1.33 sir,
1 point something, but here we are using the 2 forward slashes, right? That means is through a floor value or integer value, that is
sir,
ఇక్కడ మనము I will write here,
sir,
హలో
sir,
చెప్పండి.
n mini batches కి డివిజన్ 1.33 వస్తుంది కదా సార్?
అదే అందుకు అడిగాను కదా, మీకు ఏమన్నట్టుంటే వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ డబుల్ ఫార్వర్డ్ స్లాష్.
కరెక్టే సార్, రౌండ్ యూజ్ చేస్తే మనకి ఫంక్షన్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇంటీజర్ కి రౌండ్ ఆఫ్ అవుతుంది కదా.
మీకు అది చూపిస్తాను అందుకని. సో దిస్ ద మెయిన్ పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఇట్ మేక్ ద ఫ్లోర్ వాల్యూ, నాట్ సీల్ వాల్యూ. ఓకేనా? సో ఐ విల్ రైట్ హియర్ అండ్ ప్రింట్ n mini batches. Okay Nana, so what you are expecting n mini batches? See, it may throw error. Taking so much time. So because I forget to run the first cell. చెప్పండి అన్న.
సార్
చెప్పండి అన్న, వింటున్నా చెప్పండి.
ఇక్కడ n mini batches equals to data dot shape of 0 divided by batch size ఇస్తే డివైడెడ్ బై బ్యాచ్ size ఇస్తే ఫ్లోట్ వాల్యూ వస్తుంది కదా సార్?
నాన్న ఇది ఓన్లీ వన్ ఫార్వర్డ్ స్లాష్ అయితే డివైడెడ్ బై నాన్న. I am using 2 forward slashes. It reflects the pure integer value, floor value.
అదే సార్, సింగిల్ డివైడెడ్ బై యూస్ చేస్తే ఫ్లోట్ వాల్యూ వస్తుంది కదా సార్?
అవును నాన్న.
దానికి మనం రౌండ్ ఫంక్షన్ యూస్ చేస్తే ఇది నెక్స్ట్ ఇంటిజర్ కి రౌండ్ అయిపోతుంది కదా సార్?
ఎస్ అట్లాగే మనం చేసుకోవచ్చు, ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. అందుకే మీకు నేను ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్లో చెప్పాను కదా, ఏంటంటే మనందరికీ ప్రాబ్లం ఒకటే కావచ్చు కానీ అప్రోచెస్ డిఫరెంట్గా ఉండొచ్చు అని. ఓకేనా? సో యూ క్యాన్ డూ దట్. దట్ మీన్స్ మనం ఒక సింగిల్ డివిజిబుల్ పెట్టి వీ కెన్ మేక్ ఇట్ రౌండ్ ఆఫ్. ఓకేనే? కానీ ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే
అప్పుడు ఇక కింద స్టాంప్ కోడ్తో అవసరం పడుతుంది కదా సార్?
ఎక్కడెక్కడ
అప్పుడు సెకండ్ లూప్ యూస్ చేశారు కదా సార్, ఇఫ్ ఫంక్షన్.
ఇదా?
అది తీసేయచ్చేమో కదా సార్, ఇది ఒక్కటే
ఆ,
సరిపోద్ది.
అయ్యో, అది వర్క్. ఎవరు? మురళి మాట్లాడుతుంది? ఎవరు?
అవును సార్, అవును సార్.
మురళి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, మురళి కరెక్ట్గా వినండి మీరు. ఐ హోప్ యు ఆర్ ఇన్ ద లైన్, రైట్? సో సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు కీప్, ఏం చేద్దామన్నారు? రౌండ్ చేద్దామన్నారు కదా.
నైస్ సార్.
రౌండ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఈ మినీ బ్యాచెస్ ఏమొస్తుంది? మినీ బ్యాచెస్ వాల్యూ ఏమొస్తుందన్న రౌండ్ చేస్తే?
2 వస్తుంది సార్, 3/4.
2 వస్తుందా?
అవును సార్.
ఓకే, ఫైన్, 2 వస్తుంది. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ 2 అనుకుందాం అనుకోండి, రేంజ్లో 2 ఉంటుంది కదా, రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ 2 కదా నాన్న?
నైస్ సార్. అవును సార్.
రైట్. సో రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ 2లో ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది? రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ 2 అంటే ఇట్ విల్ త్రో 2 వాల్యూస్, 0 and 1, రైట్? రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ 2
Yes, sir.
అంటే 0 and 1, రైట్?
అవును సార్.
ఇప్పుడు i ఈక్వల్ టు 0 అయింది అనుకున్నానా? సో i ఈక్వల్ టు 0, ఇది మనం యూజ్ చేయొద్దు అంటున్నారు మీరు కదా, ఇది అవసరం లేదు అంటున్నారు కదా నాన్న?
అదే డౌట్ సార్.
ఓకే, మనం ఓకే, ప్రాబ్లం లేదు మురళి, వీ హ్యావ్ టు డిస్కస్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇది 0, i ఈక్వల్ టు 0, సో ఇట్ ఇస్ 0 ఇంటూ బ్యాచ్ సైజ్, దట్ ఈస్ ద 0 కోలన్ 0 + 1 ఇంటూ బ్యాచ్ సైజ్, దట్ ఈస్ ద 3. అవునా? దట్ మీన్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ ఫ్రమ్ 0 to 3 యాజ్ ఎ ఎక్స్ మినీ.
అవును సార్.
సో 0 to 3 అంటే అప్పుడు ఏం చేసుకెళ్ళాం? సో యూ ఆర్ టేకింగ్
3 ఇయర్స్.
0.2,
Yes, sir.
0.4, 0.6 into the x value. Similarly, 3.4, 3.8, 4.2 to the y in the first mini batch.
ఎస్ సార్.
Agree, right? Now, when I equal to 1, then what happened? When I equal to 1, అప్పుడు ఏమొస్తుంది? 1 into batch size 3,
4, 3 to 6.
3 colon.
6, yeah.
So 1 + 1, 2 into 3, 6. 3 to 6.
Yes sir.
So but
Yes, sir.
here we have only 4, right?
Yes sir.
So it may throw some error or any nan values it may read, I think. Otherwise you can try in that direction also, Murli.
Yes sir. Okay sir.
So you can try in that direction
Okay,
also,
sir.
but here it is trying to extract from 3 to 6, but we
Okay,
have
sir.
here only 4. That's the problem.
Okay sir.
So because that's why we can't go in that approach, but try yourself. It's better to explore more about in the code.
Okay. Okay sir. Okay.
Right. Now
Thank you.
what we are doing here, batch size equal to 3, n mini batch equal to data shape of 0, colon come batch size, then you have the number of mini batch equal to 1. So number of mini batch equal to 1. Okay. So when the number of mini batch equal to 1, then what index you have to call? Only 0, right? Only 0, right? ఎందుకంటే n mini batch equal to 1 కదా, we have n mini batch equal to 1, you can see here n mini batch equal to 1. So range of 1 means only 0. Now what is the x mini? X of 0 into batch size 0 colon 0 plus 1, 1 into batch size 3, that means 0 to 3 x mini, and y mini equal to y of 0 to 3. So ఏమొస్తుందమ్మా? 0 1 2 1 x mini, 0 1 2 y mini, it's over, right? And those values are appended here into the mini batches matrix. Mini batches matrix. Okay, appended. Okay, so this is over, right? Now it's fine. So no more loops will be executed here because only one variable is one value is assigned to the I. So only one time it will be repeated. That's fine now. Okay, na? So next we have to go to if step here. Now tell me whether it is a true case or false case.
Reminder is not equals to 0 sir.
True or false in our case now? Is it true
True, sir.
or false, amma?
Okay, sir.
It is a true, right? Because our reminder
Yes,
is
sir.
not equal to 0.
0, yes, we
It's
did
true.
that one.
It's not equal to 0 because 4/3 remainder is not equal to 0. It's a true. So if true, then what you have to do? ఆ రిమైనింగ్ వాల్యూ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది అసైన్ చేయాలి కదా ఇంకో బ్యాచ్లోకి. ఎందుకంటే మనం టాప్ 3 వాల్యూస్ మాత్రమే తీసుకున్నాము, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 3.4, 3.8, 4.8 1 బ్యాచ్. మరి ఇది మిగిలిపోయింది కదా, ఇదేమో వీ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ ఇట్ టు ది సమ్ అదర్ కేస్, సమ్ అదర్ బ్యాచ్ కింద తీసుకోవాలి కదా నాన్న. ఓకే, సో ఫర్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ దిస్ సెల్. ఇట్ విల్ కమ్ ఆటోమేటికల్లీ. సో యాజ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ద ట్రూ దెన్ కమ్ హియర్ ఎక్స్ మినీ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎక్స్ ఆఫ్. ఇక్కడ చిన్న మోడిఫికేషన్ చేయాలి. ఏంటంటే ఇఫ్ యూ యూజ్ ఐ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్, ఆల్రెడీ ఐ వాల్యూ ఎంత, వాట్ ఇస్ ఐ వాల్యూ హియర్ 0 కదా. సో 0 ఇంటూ బ్యాచ్ సైజ్. సో 0 ఇంటూ బ్యాచ్ సైజ్ మీన్స్ 0 కాలన్ ఇక్కడ ఎక్స్టీఆర్ అని కాదు, ఎక్స్ వీ కెన్ కాల్ ఇట్ ఎస్ ఎక్స్. X, Y, X and Y, shape, that means numbers. Then what happened? 0 into batch size, that is a 0, colon, X shape of 0. X shape of 0 enta midi? X shape of 0. 0 means rows. So X lo any rows untai? What it will be?
4 rows.
4 rows. సో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది మీకు, ఎక్స్ మినీ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎక్స్ ఆఫ్ 0 to 4. దట్ మీన్స్ ఇక్కడ ఉన్న అన్ని శాంపిల్స్ కూడా ఎక్స్ మినీలోకి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాయి. బట్ అది నాట్ అవర్ క్రైటీరియా, రైట్? అది కాదు కదా మంది. దట్ ఇస్ నాట్ అవర్ క్రైటీరియా. మన క్రైటీరియా ఏంటి, ఏదైతే లెఫ్ట్ అయి ఉందో అది మాత్రం దానికి మూవ్ అవ్వాలి కదా ఇన్ సెకండ్ బ్యాచ్లో. దెన్ వాట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు డూ ఈజ్ హియర్ ఈజ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు కీప్ ఏ +1 term here. So and I want to keep +1 term here, right? So then what happened? So ఇప్పుడు సారీ ఇక్కడ కాదు here. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది చూడండి. సో ఇట్స్ ట్రూ I equal to 0, then 0 plus 1, 1 into batch size 3 colon to 4. So 3 colon to 4 means, so 3 colon to 4 means third index element. That means third index element means 0, 1, 2, 3. So this will be goes to the next batch. Similarly Y 4.6 goes to the next batch. Right? Right? Agree, I think. So then we have a mini batch now separately. Now we can execute this one. It's taking too much time because we are depending on internet, right? Cloud, so it may take much time. Observe చేశారా మీరు, one batch containing, one mini batch containing 0.8, 0.4, 3.6 and Y value 4.6, 3.8, 4.2. Another mini batch containing only 0.2 and 3.4, right? Right? So that's what happened. But మీకు నేనేమన్నానంటే 0.2, 0.4, 0.6 in one batch, 3.4, 3.8, 4.8 in another. In first batch you expect 0.2, 0.4, 0.6. In first batch Y 3.4, 3.8, 4.2 అని చెప్పాను కదా. And second mini batch లో you have 0.8 and 4.6, right? But see, that is not the criteria, right? In second batch లో you have the 0.2 and 3.4. 0.2 and 3.4, not 0.8 and 4.6. Why? ఎందుకు ఇలాగ ఏం చెప్పగలరా? Why? It will be 0.2 and 3.4, not last item 0.8 and 4.6. చెప్పగలరా ఎవరైనా?
Shuffle option.
Yes. We are shuffling the data here, right? So shuffling data
Sir,
is
yeah, we
shuffled
can-
row wise.
And
We shuffled the data, right? Then the data will be shuffled row wise. So maybe your 0.2 and 3.4 comes to the last row. So that value is assigned to the last mini batch, right? So but anyhow here I want to consider only 2 samples. Now execute it. Sorry.
సార్ సీలింగ్ ఫంక్షన్ యూస్ చేస్తే సింపుల్గా అయిపోయింది సార్.
ఫైన్, అదే చెప్తున్నా కదా. యూ కెన్ యూజ్ ద సీల్ ఫంక్షన్ ఎంటీ డాట్ సీల్, రైట్. కానీ సీలింగ్ ఫంక్షన్ యూజ్ చేసి ఏం చేశారు? ఈ కోడ్ అవసరం లేదా?
సేమ్ సార్, ఫర్ లూప్తోనే అవసరం లేదు సార్.
Then you can share in our Google Drive, in our WhatsApp group, right? Murli enna respond ayyindi? Some other person. Hello?
సార్
Murli enna?
అవును సార్, అవును సార్.
ఓకే, మీరు తర్వాత సెషన్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మీ
Hello, sir.
కోడ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో యూ కెన్
అవును,
షేర్,
sir.
పోస్ట్ ఇట్ మన వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ ఉంది కదా TDS, దాంట్లో పెట్టండి. సో బికాజ్ మీకు
okay,
ఇంతకుముందు
sir.
చెప్పినట్టు మనందరి ప్రాబ్లం ఒకటైనా కానీ అప్రోచ్ డిఫరెంట్గా ఉండొచ్చు, రైట్. సో నేను రాసే కోడ్ పెద్ద ఎక్కువ కావచ్చు, మీరు రాసే కోడ్ సింపుల్ అవ్వచ్చు. దట్ డిపెండింగ్ అపాన్ ది హౌ ద పర్సన్ ఈజ్ థింకింగ్ లాజికల్లీ, రైట్. సో యా, సో షఫుల్డ్ batches are created, fine. Now what we are doing here is we are calculating the gradients, right. While calculating the gradients, you have to pass the m value, you have to pass the c value, you have to pass the x value, you have to pass the y value. Okay, so మనకి ఎట్లా గుర్తుందమ్మా మన gradient ఎట్లా ఉంటుంది? How it will be gradient in our mini batch case, that is the minus 1 by n sigma so we will check now later, we will complete this one, and remaining parts also you can go through WhatsApp and have a look on into the code. Okay Nana? Later, not now. సో ఈ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ మనం కంప్లీట్ చేసేద్దాము, తర్వాత యూ కెన్ గో త్రూ దట్ కోడ్ ఆల్సో. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద అవర్ గ్రేడియంట్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ద మినీ బ్యాచ్ కేస్? దట్ ఈస్ ద minus 1 by n నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ శాంపిల్స్ సిగ్మా i ఈక్వల్ టు 1 to n yi minus m into xia minus c into xia కదా. సో దట్ ఈస్ డూయింగ్ హియర్, రైట్. దట్ ఈస్ డూయింగ్ హియర్ y minus mx minus c into x, that is the gradient with respect to m. Y minus mx minus c, that is the gradient with respect to c, but you have to add it continuously for all the samples. For all the samples you have to add it. That's why m derivative m underscore derive equal to plus equal to, this means m equal to m plus something, c equal to c plus this gradient. We are adding continuously. After that, why I am taking the minus sign here? Because your function will be minus ఉంటుంది, మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే gradient function lo you get minus 1 by n, not only 1 by n. That's why I am taking the minus 1 m derivative, that is the summation of all the gradients divided by n, means number of samples in that mini batch data x. So this is used to calculate the gradient, right. So gradient with respect to m and with respect to c. Now it is for our iterative algorithm. So we are randomly generating m and c values. And for iter in range of maximum iterations, we are setting 10,000. Number of mini batches, that is a 2. That means మన గుర్తుందా, మన ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ ఇనిషియలైజేషన్, సెకండ్ స్టెప్ ఇటరేషన్స్, థర్డ్ స్టెప్ శాంపిల్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ది SGD, బ్యాచెస్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ది mini batch. Later you have to take x and y values from each mini batch and pass that x and y and m and c into the gradient function. Now update your model parameter m equal to m plus delta m, that's equal to minus eta into del underscore m. M equal to m minus eta into dou L by dou m or dou A by dou m kada. That's what we are doing here, right. So you have to run this algorithm. Right. So showing some 3.2 m and c value is 2. Now if you run it, we are expecting 3.4 with 0.2 input. If if you give the x equal to 0.2, you are expecting output equal to 3.4, y value equal to 3.4. So it is a 2.69, 2.7, 0.7 difference, that is called error. So in our case for the same problem, gradient descent optimization with mini batch size of 2, it's not working fine, similar to the your SGD and BGD. In SGD and BGD you are getting 2 and 3, but in case of the mini batch case it's not coming like that, right? So that's why I am telling. So only the algorithm not give the accurate things. That model and data, everything will be looked into the, came into the picture. For different optimizers, you have to try, and finally you have to find out the best one. You have to find out the best one, right? Now next one is the housing price data. So you want to estimate the housing price in USA. What will be the housing price in USA in particular area? So based on the square feet area of the living room. Actually it is a complex problem. So there is a multiple other features which will decide the your price. Multiple other features like square feet living room, number of bedrooms, location, and many parameters that will impact on the price. But as we are working on the one simple linear regression model, so we have to take. I am considering only one input. I am considering only one input, one output. That is the input is the square feet living, and whereas the output is the price. And I take the data from my drive. Already I shared this CSV file with you all. So just I am extracting the data from my drive, which is available already. What happened? Not mounted. Okay, it's not mounted. That's what's showing error. So connect to Google Drive. So mounting your Google Colab onto the drive. Benefit is you can save your data files in your drive. You can extract while running the code directly. No need to export your import your data files every time into your Google Colab environment. Okay. Now if you execute it, definitely it will run. So this is the data, actual original data, but I am considering only square feet living and also price. This is the input and this is the output, right? So out of complete this data set, I want to create a new data frame by taking the price and square feet living columns from the data. Then your new data frame will be contains only two columns. One column is the price, another column is the square feet living. One column is the price, another column is the square feet living. Right? What next? We have to normalize the data. There is a different type of normalization. So this normalization is called as min-max scalar method. So we are scaled down by using the minimum and maximum values. So you normalize the data. And you have to split the data by using the train test split method. So you have to pass the input and you have to pass the output and you have to pass the test size and some random state value to generate the same batch for the training and testing. So what is the input for us? Square feet living, right? So normalize the d_df dot that column name square feet living and normalize df dot the column name price. Right? Now execute it to split the data. And here you have to import the NumPy library, math library, random library, and generate the random values from MNC, initialize eta 0.01, maximum number of iterations 100, your batch size 32, and this thing, number of mini batches. So see what is the 27 means. So print xtrain underscore shape of 0 colon batch size. The remainder is 27. That means it is not a 0 remainder. Then you have to use the second approach. So now we have to find the mini batches. So mini batches can chestama, you can no need, I think it is not required. Okay. it's not required. And what else we have to do? Here it is a I plus 1. Fine. Now create it. Build this function, run this function. So later you have to, this is the gradient calculation. Yeah. Now you have to execute the iterative algorithm now. Execute the iterative algorithm. So after 100 iterations, your final model parameter values M and C are these two. Once the training is over, then you have to find the error matrices, right? So for finding the error matrices, you have to convert all the data frame values X train, Y train, X test, Y test in the form of a matrix. And you have to calculate the predicted value on the training data set. You have to calculate predicted value on the testing data set, and you have to calculate error matrices. You have to calculate error matrices on the training data. So the errors are very large actually. It's 1.326. You expect, because we are normalizing, right? We are normalizing means we are scaled down between 0 to 1. So if you have errors are must be less than 0. It must be less than 1. It will be between 0 and 1, near to 0, then it's better. But anyhow, you can train with some more number of iterations. This is for the testing and this is for training. Okay. And this is for the final prediction. Maybe you may not expect accurate results here. So what is the value? I have to take some value. I'm taking some 1180. So it is wrong values, right? You have to increase the number of iterations. Just try to, so I think there is no problem with the code. So just try to increase the number of iterations. I keep only 100, right? Just keep more than 10,000 like that. Then try to execute it. You will get at least near to some value, not like negative values, right? Moreover, so we are using the linear regression model. Linear regression model means don't expect you will get the exact price what shown in the data set, because it will try to, you are able to draw only line only. So your actual value, predicted value will be matches only if your data points on the line itself. But that is not possible, right? మనం ఇంతకు ముందు డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం, గుర్తుందా? మనకు XY 2 dimensions plane లో you are placing the multiple data points and we are trying to identify a line which has minimum distance, not the line where all the data points are exist. That is not possible. So by using the simple linear regression model, you will not get the exact values. You will get exact values only for the very small samples only, where the data points are located on the line itself. But most of the points around the line, not on the line. But your line will be adjusted such that the distance from the line onto the points will be as minimum as possible. Alright. So try to do it for other learning rate and also with increasing the number of iterations. Right. So now we are going to discuss about momentum optimizer. Simple linear regression model is a very basic model in the machine learning. I consider that one only to explain the optimization algorithms. Yeah, same example now, but we are working on the momentum. Okay, random function to initialize the random m and c values, numpy function to do the matrix operations. So generate the random m value, a random c value, set eta 0.01. What else we have to initialize in momentum? Momentum ఇంకేమన్నా ఇనిషియలైజ్ చేయాలమ్మా? What we have to initialize the momentum? Any response? What we have to initialize in case of the momentum optimizer? Hello? Momentum
Sir?
optimizer step 1 లో ఏమేమి ఇనిషియలైజ్ చేస్తాం?
గామా సార్ ఇంకా
Gamma, yeah, gamma 0.9 and మర్చిపోయారా velocity. So velocity vector with respect to model parameter m 0, velocity vector with respect to model parameter c, that is 0. Maximum number of iterations I am setting as a 10,000 and my data set is 0.2, 3.4, 0.4, 3.8, 0.6, 4.2, 0.8 and 4.6. Okay. Now it is a gradient function. That is a minus y minus m into x minus c into x. C equal to minus 1 into y minus mx minus c. Okay, this is the gradient function. So execute this one. And now here what we are doing, this is the momentum expression for momentum algorithm. Now step 2 set iter equal to 1 kada, loop start అవుతుంది కదా, so this is iterative loop. Step 3 sample loop, sample equal to total data rows, that is the number of samples. Step 3 ఇక్కడ ఏం చేయాలమ్మా, నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి? Step 4, in step 4 we need to calculate the gradient, that is calculating gradient. Once you get the gradient, what you have to do? Step 5 velocity, Vm equal to gamma into Vm minus eta into Gm, Vc equal to gamma into Vc minus eta into Gc, that is doing here. Vm equal to gamma into Vm minus eta into Dm, that is Gm, that is the gradient with respect to the m, and Vc equal to gamma into Vc minus eta into gradient with respect to c. Once calculate the velocity, next step is we have to update the model parameter, that is the m equal to m plus vt, m equal to m plus vm, that is doing here. M plus c equal to vm means m equal to m plus vm and c equal to c plus vm, right? That's it. So only this 4 lines of code, right? Just execute it. If you want to see what happened by iteration by iteration, then you have to run from. Yeah, so your local minima is 1.99 means it is a 2, right? And it is a 3, 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 it is working fine, right? So give me some small time. Sorry. I will read this code. Oh, sorry. Now run this code for prediction. So if you give 0.2, you expect 3.4. Set 3.4, right? So momentum working fine on this data set. Only problem with the mini batch case. So momentum also working fine. So 1.2, it is giving the 3.4. 0.2, it's giving the 3.4, 0.2 and 3.4. Fine. Now another example is the load forecasting. So here the problem is estimate the load at particular hour of the day, estimates the load at particular hour on 33 by 11 kV substation based on the load at the same time but the previous day. Understand? I want to forecast the load at a particular time. That means I want to predict the load at today at 8 p.m. I want to predict the load at today at 8 p.m. based on the load at yesterday's 8 p.m. 24 hours back. Same time 8 p.m. but 24 hours back. So that is the criteria approach. Okay na? So you have to estimate the load at a particular hour of the day based on the load at previous day at the same hour. Agree? So that is your problem, that is your approach, and you have to build a simple linear regression model using the momentum. So for that you have to click here on the data set. And I think most of the here are researchers and some of the school graduates and UG students. So there is elsewhere, and Mendeley provides a platform to publish your data. That is called Mendeley data. So suppose if you are working on a deep learning or machine learning, and if you created a new data set, then you can publish your data set with Mendeley. Okay. So I have created my load data set called active power load data set, and this data is collected from 33 by 11 kV substation in Warangal, and that data I have published in Mendeley. That will help you, right? So it's a contributor Venkatramana Veeramsetti, DOA number. So someone want to use this data set, they have to cite this data set in this format in their articles. Anyhow, okay, that I'm giving an information to all of you. Suppose if any one of you are interested on the work on the project related to the machine learning or deep learning, if you created a data set, then the Mendeley data is a nice platform to publish your data. It will give authentication for you, and accessibility is also easy. Right?
Same way data set can be taken from there also.
Madam?
Same way the data set can be, it's just only to publish it, or can we take it from there also?
We can take from there. Now I am downloading the data from the Mendeley.
That's what I'm saying. Instead of asking going and asking for a real-time data,
right,
we can take it right away from Mendeley itself.
Yes,
like that.
Yes, madam. So you can see an option here. So similarly, in the last summer I am working on a project called a CoinNet mobile application, which help the visually impaired people to identify the Indian currency notes. For that I have created another data set that also published in the Mendeley. That's why I am giving this information is because most of you also wants to work on the machine learning related applications. So definitely you have to create one data set based on your problem. If by yourself if you are creating a data set, then it's a nice platform to publish your data set. And second thing is, when you are communicating your articles to any journal, they will ask the data details also. Then you have to give this path. At the time of submission, you have to give not at the time of submission, you can give this path after acceptance. Because at the time of submission, I very well capture cheyochu information. Okay, now you can download from here. Okay, now it's available in my downloads folder in my system, in my laptop. Now you have to take that one into the Google Colab environment. Yeah. Okay. So I will show my data also to you, how it will be. Then you have to identify which column you have to extract out from the Excel sheet. So first column date, second column time, third column is actual load. That means you have to extract this third column. You have to extract this third column in the Python. Right? right. Now import pandas as PD to do the data manipulation. So PD dot read Excel file. That Excel file is load data in kilowatts. Read it. So this is the load actually, and this is the time, and this is the date. So I have given date for the 24 hours ki okay date untadi kada, remaining in on ani vachindi. So you have to extract this data from the third column. Anyone have an idea why I am writing day 1 and day 2 like this? So day 1 means it is the input, day 2 is the output. I am predicting the load at a particular hour of the day based on 24 hours back, right? So it is somewhat difficult to understand. I will open again this file. You have to prepare the data. So this the data is available as a single column, but from the data you have to prepare what is the input, what is the output. That is the thing now we have to do. So దానికి మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నామా, నేనేమన్నాను, a particular of the day is predicted based on the 24 hours back, right? What it means is, suppose if you want to, if this is the output and you are going to estimate this output based on which value? If you want to predict the load at 2nd September 2018 at midnight 12 o'clock, then you have to use which input? If this is the output, what will be the input?
24 hours.
24 hours back, right? That means 1st September midnight 12 o'clock. That means this one, 24 hours back. అర్థమవుతుందా? అంటే మీ డేటా సెట్ అనేది అవుట్పుట్ డేటా సెట్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది మీకు? యువర్ అవుట్పుట్ డేటా సెట్ విల్ బి స్టార్టెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్. ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ యువర్ అవుట్పుట్ డేటా సెట్ విల్ బి స్టార్టెడ్. ఓకేనా? అండ్ యువర్ ఇన్పుట్ విల్ బి స్టార్టెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్. ఇట్స్ అ స్మాల్ లాజిక్. యూ కెన్ ఒకసారి మీరు నెక్స్ట్ ఒకసారి మీరు కోడ్ని ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ చేసేటప్పుడు యూ కెన్ గెట్ అన్ ఐడియా వై ఐఎమ్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ టెల్లింగ్, రైట్? సో టు డూ దట్ వన్, సో ఐఎమ్ కీపింగ్ data.ilog from the data from 2 means second index column. Second index column is 0th index, first index, second index. That means last column, third column. Second index column is in the second index column or third column. So you have to ilog the value from 0. 0th index ante, sorry, 0th index means from here to minus 24 ante back side నుండి 24 వరకు. Minus 24 means back side నుండి 24 వరకు. That means వేరే సపోజ్ ఇది లోడ్ అనుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, దెన్ ఇక్కడ వరకు యూ హ్యావ్ టు లాగ్ ద డేటా యాజ్ ద ఇన్పుట్. అండ్ వేరేజ్ అవుట్పుట్ ఎక్కడి నుండి వస్తుంది? 24 నుండి వస్తుంది మనకు, అంటే 25th ఇండెక్స్ నుండి వస్తుంది మనకు, 24th ఇండెక్స్ నుండి వస్తుంది, అంతే కదా? ఎందుకంటే నెక్స్ట్ డే వీ హ్యావ్ టు స్టార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ ఓన్లీ. ఐ విల్ టెల్. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు స్టార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ ఓన్లీ. ఎందుకు? కెన్ యూ స్టార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ డేటా ప్రిపరేషన్? Can you start from here for data preparation? That is the 1st September night 11 o'clock. You can take as output this one. తీసుకోగలమమ్మా? తీసుకోలేము. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇది నీకు అవుట్పుట్ అయితే దీని ఇన్పుట్ అనేది 24 hours బ్యాక్ ఉండాలి. 24 hours బ్యాక్ అంటే నీకు ఎప్పుడు డేటా కావాలి? 31st August 11 o'clock డేటా కావాలి. బట్ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఏ డేటా ఓన్లీ ఫ్రమ్ 1st September midnight. ఆ డేటా లేదు కాబట్టి ఐ హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో లైక్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రాసెస్ ద యువర్ కోడ్. దట్ ఇస్ ద 0 column minus 24, that means 1st to 24th from the last, and day 2, that is the 24th index to last one at end in the second column, third column, second index. So that is doing here. That means we are preparing the input and output separately. And you have to make day 2 index, you have to set as a reset. Day 2 will be started from 24, right? Index 24, right? So you have to reset that index to 0. So what you have to do? You have to do day_2 dot reset index. Reset index means your index will be starting from 0. Otherwise your index will be starting from 24, 25 like that. Now you have to concatenate both input and output. Now you have data set having 2160 samples, have 2 rows, 2 columns. One column is input, second column is the output. and df column day 1 and day 2, you have to assign the column name as day 1 and day 2, and you have to normalize the data. Ardhotama. So this is the input and this is the output. You are process the data like that. Based on 24 hours data. 24 hours you are going to predict the load at particular of the day based on the 24 hours before. Now next one, you have to ఇక్కడ సేమ్ అమ్మ మనకు అన్నీ ఇంకా స్ప్లిట్ ద డేటా. ఓన్లీ ఈ లాజిక్ అర్థం చేసుకోవడమే కొంచెం కష్టంగా ఉంటుంది, బట్ యూ కెన్ ఒకసారి కూర్చొని ప్రశాంతంగా కూర్చొని సో బీ ప్లెజెంట్ అండ్ జస్ట్ గోన్ త్రూ ద కోడ్ వై ఐ am doing all those things. Already I explained, but if you have some doubt, then go through it. Still, if you have a problem, you can call me. I will explain again, not an issue. So day 1, day 2, and I am splitting the data. Day 1 is the previous day, that is the input. Day 2 is the next day, that is the output. Right. And you import random, initialize MNC, eta value, VM value, VC value, gamma value, mag number of iterations you have to initialize. And this one for gradient calculation, and this is the your momentum iterative algorithm. ఇప్పుడు ఇంతకుముందు మనం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసినట్టే ఈ ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ ఇనిషియలైజేషన్ ఆల్రెడీ డన్. సెకండ్ స్టెప్ iterative algorithm set iter equal to 1. Third step set sample equal to 1. Next calculate the gradient. Next calculate the velocity. Next update the parameters. You have to run it. Still it is running. We are setting the 10,000 iterations, right? Yeah, this is the another dataset which I published in the Mendeley. That is dataset based on the Indian currency notes. Indian currency note dataset. So as of now 95 views and there is a 4,287 downloads. So this is a nice platform to publish your data. In case if you are unable to understand the code, so don't feel bad much about this, because you understand the algorithm, I think, and where the code in free time, when you are very free, just go to the each cell. So try to understand what happened in each cell. I am explained already, but you yourself you can analyze the code. While analyzing the code, if you have any doubt, you can call me after this course also. But don't expect you will get a more accurate results with a simple linear regression model. You will get the more accurate results only if all the data points are on the same line, similar to the small data set what we considered here. All the data points on a line y equal to 2x plus 3. If you observe all the data points on the line y equal to 2x plus 3, because of that reason only, except mini batch, all are given the exact results. Because you are working on the simple linear regression model and the data points also on the line, so it will be fit. But in the real time, don't expect like that, because your data will be not on the same line, not so that much linear. It will be non-linear, right? So many points are out of the line. But I am explaining to understand how we can write an algorithm in the Python, how we can write an optimization algorithm in the Python. And meanwhile I am going to the code sent by Murli. మురళి
సార్
ఇప్పుడు మనకు n మినీ బ్యాచ్ ఈక్వల్ 2 వస్తుంది కదా.
అవును సార్.
సో ఇక్కడ రేంజ్ 2 ఉంటుంది కదా.
అవును సార్.
రేంజ్ 2 అంటే 0 to 1 కదా, ఇక్కడ 0 and 1.
ఎస్ సార్.
సో 0 ఓకే, 1 వచ్చేటప్పుడు ఏమొస్తుంది, 1 into బ్యాచ్ సైజ్ కదా, అంటే 3. సో 1 plus 1 2 into బ్యాచ్ సైజ్ 6. సో 3 to 6 వచ్చినప్పుడు ఓన్లీ ఒక ఎలిమెంట్ తీసుకుంటుందా, ఏమైనా ఎర్రర్ వస్తుందా?
అవును సార్. లేదు సార్, డేటా సెట్ ఎంత వరకు ఉందో అంతవరకు
తీసుకుంటుందా? ఓకే ఫైన్, దెన్ ఫైన్. So it's taking so much time. Meanwhile, I will open Nastro also. Nastro Colab. So today we will discuss with the Nastro and close it. Tomorrow we will discuss about the ADA grade and RMS prop. Nastro, where it is? There. మోర్ ఓవర్ నేను ఇది 1 hour బిఫోర్ నుండి ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏ టైం లైన్ మనకు రీకనెక్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు అగైన్. And you can try with Microsoft Azure Notebook also after October 9th. So these are the final M and C values. Okay. So after that, rest of things is similar to all. So I will write all the codes. And I take one input, that is the 5551. I will pass the one input 5551, and it's showing some 5655, but the actual value is something 464931. Actual value is 4.9 megawatt. 4.9 megawatt. Actual load is 4.9 megawatt, but your predicted load is 5.1 megawatt. Sorry, not 5.6 megawatt. 4.9 and 5.6, that means 0.7 megawatt, 700 kilowatt difference is there. Okay, na? So of course, as I said, don't expect exactly 4.9 megawatt. There is some difference. At least we have to predict at least near to that one. How much near you are predicting, how much near to your actual value is depending upon the complexity of your model also and available data also. మీకు చెప్పినట్టు సింపుల్ లీనియర్ రిగ్రెషన్ మోడల్ కానీ మల్టిపుల్ లీనియర్ రిగ్రెషన్ మోడల్ అండ్ అంటే కాంప్లెక్సిటీ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసిన కొద్ది యువర్ మోడల్ విల్ బి somewhat better when compared to the previous one. Like your simple linear may work, your polynomial regression model work well when compared to simple linear regression model. Multiple linear regression model may work well when compared to simple linear regression model. Whereas the ANNs further work well when compared to these three regression models, because in the ANN your complexity will be further increases. Fine, okay. So I will close this one. Now we will go into the Nastrov's accelerated. After that we will close for today, and tomorrow we will discover the ADA grade and RMS prop, and tomorrow is the last day for our course. So it is a Nastrov accelerated, right? Same data set again. So import random library, NumPy library, initialize M and C, eta 0.01, velocity Vm and Vc, gamma 0.9, maximum filtrations and data. Okay, all are similar to your momentum. All are similar to momentum. Where the difference is in that at the time of gradient calculation is different. At the time of gradient calculation, in case of momentum, you are calculating the gradient at the current point. But in the Nastrov, you are calculating the gradient at the next point, next estimated point. That's what here you are doing. So gradient calculation minus y. ఇక్కడ ఏం రాయాలి మనకు గుర్తుందా? మైనస్ y minus m plus gamma vm into x కదా. So that's happening here. Minus y minus mx minus gamma vm into x minus c plus gamma vc, that is the minus c minus gamma vc into x. Similarly c, try to recollect, right? Similarly there is the c. So like that you have to calculate the gradient. And now step 1, that is the initialization already done in the first cell. Step 2, iteration. Step 3, sample. Step 4, gradient. Step 5, velocity calculation. Step 6, weight updation. So that will be repeated again. Right? Now run this one. So your values are so your m value is 1.99, approximately 2, and c value is 3. Now execute it. So x equal to 0.2, you expect a 3.4, right? So why you are getting the exact results? Because your data points are all lying on the line. So you will get the y equal to x plus 3 easily. But in the real time it is not like that. All the data points not lying on the line. There is some distance from the line. But you have to identify the line which has the minimum average distance from all the data points. Right? Now the example, another example is build a simple linear regression model using Nastrov accelerated gradient. Along the SG limits, you have to take the sample by sample. To help 33 by 11 kV substation electricity utility to trade power effectively in hourly ahead market. So hourly ahead market lo నువ్వు ట్రేడ్ చేయాలి. అంటే hourly ahead market ఏంటంటే what means the hourly ahead market? The market trading will be open 1 hour before. 1 hour before market trading will be open. So by estimating the load at particular hour of the day based on the load at previous hour. That means if I want to estimate the load at 9 pm today based on the load at 8 pm today. I am going to estimate the load at 9 pm based on the load at 8 pm, previous hour, not previous day, similar to the example what we considered for the what is that momentum, right? So load data required, because this data is not available in my drive, so you have to load the import the data. Okay, now execute it. See, before we are taking the 24 hours back, before we are going to predict the load at particular of the day based on the previous time at the previous day, 24 hours back. That's why I am taking the minus 24 here. Sorry, minus 24 here. But now I want to predict the load at a particular hour of the day based on the previous hour, 1 hour before. That's why I am taking the minus 1. And here we have the 24 column in the previous example, but now it is a 1 column, right? Now reset index for day 2 and concatenate both day 1 and day 2 input and output. Now your data set has 2 columns, 1 input, 1 output, and total number of samples are 2183. Total number of samples are 2183. Now assign the column to each, or assign the name to each column, day 1 and day 2. What next? You have to normalize the data, and you have to split the data, and initialize all the parameters similar to step 1. Now it is a gradient function. The gradient function will be different when compared to the momentum. Remaining all are same. Remaining all steps are same, only gradient term is different for NAG. Now run this code for iterative. Already initialization is over in the first cell. Now step 2, that is iteration. Step 3, sample. Step 4, gradient. Step 5, velocity. Step 6, updation. Right? So maybe I took less number of samples, no? Yeah, I took only 100 samples. That's why that execution is completed fastly. Okay. Now from here, it is you all know. So first you have to convert your data frame into matrix. Find the prediction with the training data set. Find the prediction with the testing data set. Calculate the errors in the training data set. Calculate the errors in the testing data set, and finally predict. So I am doing running all at a time, run after. So I have to consider one input. I want to consider 555 as an input, and your output, expected output will be 4983. That means if I give 5.5 megawatt, you expect 4.9, that means approximately 5 megawatt load. You have to predict approximately 5 megawatt load. So 5551. So it is a 5.5 megawatt. That means 500 kilowatt difference is there. 0.5 megawatt difference is there for actual value and your predicted value. Okay. So if the complexity model increases, definitely that difference will be reduces. Definitely the difference will be reduces. So hope you understand mini batch and momentum and Nastran accelerated gradient. Okay. So for today we will close this session, and tomorrow we will meet at 7 p.m. and we will discuss ADA grade and RMS prop and ADAM also, but unfortunately ADAM is not performing well on this data. So, but all the notebooks I will share with you. In your free time, try to explore, and if it is helpful for you, you can use that code. Otherwise, you can modify it, tune it also if required. Okay? Fine. So for today I want to close the session. So anyone want to tell anything?